Chosen one, listen carefully. Heaven itself has pressed pause on everything around you to speak directly into your life. This moment is not random. This is not an accident. Your eyes landed here because eternity wanted to interrupt your day with a message that carries the weight of your destiny. You are not ordinary. You were never created to blend into the background. You are marked, set apart, and destined for a miracle that cannot be delayed any longer. Every breath you take carries the evidence of purpose. Even the times you doubted yourself, even when you questioned whether God had forgotten you, His eyes were always upon you. You must know this truth right now. Heaven does not make mistakes. You were born at this exact hour in history because there is a calling that only you can fulfill. The pain you endured was not wasted. The rejection you faced was not meaningless. Every sleepless night, every silent tear was being gathered by heaven to prepare you for the unveiling of your miracle. What felt like delay was in fact divine orchestration. What looked like silence was preparation. Today, that preparation gives way to revelation. Chosen one, imagine the throne room of heaven, the angels waiting, and God Himself declaring your name with power. Do you not see it? Heaven has paused the noise of the world so you can hear His voice. That tug you feel right now is not coincidence. It is God calling you higher, reminding you of who you are and what you carry. The ancient words recorded in the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 31. If God is for us, who can be against us? Do you hear it? Chosen one, nothing, no fear, no enemy, no obstacle can stand against the plan that heaven has written over your life. The very forces that tried to break you will soon testify that they could not stop you. Your miracle has already been set in motion. While you have been waiting, the Father has been working. While you have been questioning, the Spirit has been arranging every detail. That which seemed impossible will bow to the command of heaven. This is not just a season of hope, it is the hour of manifestation. But lean in closely now. There is a responsibility that comes with being chosen. When heaven releases a word, you must respond. You must not sit back in silence. To ignore this moment is to let the miracle pass by unnoticed. But to respond in faith is to pull down what has already been written in your favor. This is why I tell you, lift your voice, make your stand, and declare with boldness, let this moment not fade as just another message. Step into it. Align your heart with heaven right now. Heaven is watching, waiting to see if you will respond with the fire of faith burning inside you. Beloved chosen one, if these words strike your spirit, then do not hold back. Share this word so others may awaken. Press like as a sign of agreement with heaven. Subscribe to stay connected with the flow of divine truth that is pouring out in this season. And right now, comment the prophetic number 777 below. Let it be your act of faith, your sign to heaven that you choose to step into your miracle. This is not the end of your journey. This is the beginning of your unveiling. The pause of heaven has announced it. You are chosen. You are appointed. And you will not miss what God has prepared for you. Chosen one. Pause for a moment and look back over the road you have traveled. You know better than anyone how heavy the unseen battles have been. The world saw your smile, but it did not see your tears. People heard your words, but they did not hear the cries you whispered in silence. You carried burdens on your shoulders that would have crushed another person. Yet, Here you stand. You have walked through seasons where the nights were longer than the days, and the weight of pain felt almost unbearable. But even in the shadows, heaven was watching. Every sleepless night was not wasted. It was counted. Every silent tear was stored in the chambers of heaven. You may have thought you were forgotten, but the truth is, you were being refined. Fire is painful, but fire also purifies. You are not fragile. You are a warrior being forged. The heaviness you endured is not a mark of failure. It is evidence of your preparation. You have been trained in hidden places so that when the moment comes, you will stand with authority. The struggles that broke others could not break you. There is a reason for that. You were not made of ordinary material. You were woven together by the Spirit of God Himself. Your life has been sculpted to withstand storms, not to collapse under them. The enemy thought that the betrayal, the rejection, the abandonment, the failure would take you out. But all of it only pushed you deeper into the arms of the one who never leaves nor forsakes his chosen. We are reminded through the writings of David in the book of Psalms. Chapter 34, verse 18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Chosen one. You must understand, your tears were not signs of weakness. They were signals to heaven. Every cry you released in the darkness became a prayer. And every prayer was answered with the nearness of God. He has always been closer than your breath. Even when you felt abandoned, you endured misunderstanding. You endured silence. You endured people walking away because they could not see what God was forming in you. At times you thought their absence meant you were unworthy. But in truth, heaven was clearing the path. The wrong voices could not stay, because the weight you carry is too precious to be contaminated by doubt or small-mindedness. Chosen one. Listen, your pain has purpose. What you walked through is the very thing that qualifies you to stand in the authority of this moment. Without scars, there is no testimony. Without storms, there is no strength. The valley you walked through became the soil where your roots grew deep. And now, when the winds of life blow, you are not easily shaken. You have been tested, and now you are trusted. There were moments you asked, "Why me?" But heaven's answer was, "Because I can trust you." Others could not carry it. Others would have quit, but you kept moving forward, even with trembling steps. That is why you are here. Hearing this now, your story is proof that endurance births destiny. So, chosen one, do not despise the weight of your hidden battles. They shaped you. They purified you. They made you unshakable. And now, the very things that once threatened to destroy you will be the testimony that lifts others into hope. You have survived not by chance, but by divine design. You are still here because your miracle is near, and nothing in your past has the power to cancel what heaven has written about you. Chosen one. Do you know why the enemy has fought you so fiercely? It is not because of your weakness, but because of your light. You carry something that terrifies the darkness. You may not always feel it, but the atmosphere changes when you walk into a room. Your very presence disrupts the schemes of hell. The reason the enemy tried to silence you, discourage you, and isolate you is because he knows what happens if you ever recognize who you truly are. Your light is not a faint flicker, it is a flame fueled by heaven itself. Darkness cannot extinguish it. In fact, the more pressure that has been placed upon you, the brighter that light has become. You carry within you the authority to break chains, to shift environments, to push back despair, and to ignite faith in others. The enemy's greatest fear is not your failure. It is your awakening. You have walked through seasons where you felt misunderstood, where others questioned your worth, where you even questioned yourself. But, chosen one, the misunderstanding of people does not change the recognition of heaven. God has already stamped you with his approval. The Spirit of the Lord within you is greater than any force against you. As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden." Chosen one, you cannot be hidden. Your light was never meant to be buried under shame, under fear, or under doubt. You were created to shine, to stand, to release hope into places where hope has died. That is why the enemy fought you so hard, because he cannot stop what heaven has ignited. Think of this. Every trial you faced was a training ground. Every rejection only sharpened your identity. Every battle increased your authority. Now, when you step forward in faith, you do not walk as one who is timid. You walk as one carrying the fire of God inside you. And when you speak, your words are not empty. They carry weight. They shift things. They awaken others. Do not underestimate yourself any longer. You are more powerful than you know, not because of your own strength, but because the Spirit of the living God dwells inside you. That light is unstoppable. That light is unshakable. And it is exactly that light which is about to draw your miracle into manifestation. Beloved, if your spirit recognizes this truth, then make this bold declaration: "I choose my crown," by writing it in the comments. You are stepping into alignment with heaven's call. It is more than words. It is an act of faith. It means you refuse to hide in fear. You refuse to shrink back. And you accept the authority God has placed on your life. Each time you declare it, you remind the darkness that you are chosen, crowned, and unstoppable. Chosen one. Your light is the evidence that you are chosen. It is the proof that darkness has already lost. Do not hide it. Do not shrink back. Shine, because this world is desperate for the flame you carry. Heaven has chosen you to burn bright, and no darkness can stop what God has set ablaze. Chosen one. There have been moments when surrender felt easier than continuing. You know those nights you sat with your head in your hands, whispering, "I can't carry this anymore." The weight pressed down so heavily that walking away seemed like the only relief. You looked at your life, your circumstances, your unanswered prayers, and you wondered if heaven had gone silent. In those fragile hours, the enemy whispered that giving up was your only option, but heaven's whisper was louder. Even when you didn't realize it, it said, "Hold on, you are closer than you think. No, your miracle, chosen one, has been hovering just beyond the veil of your surrender." The enemy tried to make you quit because he could sense how close your breakthrough was. Every temptation to throw in the towel was not random. It was a signal that you were standing on the edge of manifestation. That's why the battle intensified when you considered giving up. You were not just at the end of your strength, you were at the beginning of heaven's release. You must see this clearly now. Surrendering to despair is not your portion. You were never designed to collapse under pressure. You were created to endure, to overcome, to rise when others would fall. There is a divine resilience within you that cannot be explained by human strength. Every time you thought it was over, something inside of you kept moving forward. That something was not mere willpower, it was the Spirit of God carrying you. The prophet Elijah spoke, as recorded in the first book of Kings, chapter 19, verse 12. And after the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper, chosen one. It is often in your most exhausted moments that the gentle whisper of heaven draws closest, not in the noise, not in the chaos, but in the stillness when you almost gave up. That whisper is what has kept you alive. That whisper is what has guided you forward even when you did not understand the path. Every time you felt like surrendering, you were actually being invited to shift your perspective. You were being asked to release control, not to lose hope. There is a difference. To give up is to walk away in defeat. To release control is to surrender your fight into God's hands, trusting Him to carry what you cannot. Chosen one. That is the key. You were never meant to fight every battle alone. You were called to partner with heaven. Your miracle is not delayed, it is positioned. What you thought was a wall was actually a doorway, and you are closer to stepping through it than you realize. Heaven has been orchestrating every detail in silence. When you thought nothing was happening, the foundations of your breakthrough were being laid. When you felt nothing shifting, mountains were being moved in the unseen. You must understand this. The darkest nights often come just before the dawn. The enemy does not waste energy on those who pose no threat. He fought you hardest at your lowest point because he saw what you could not see, the nearness of your miracle. You are not standing on the edge of defeat. You are standing at the threshold of victory. Chosen one. Take courage. You may feel weary, but heaven has not forgotten you. That gentle whisper is still speaking. Do not quit. Your miracle is closer than breath. Hold on a little longer, because what God has promised you is about to break forth with undeniable clarity. You will see it with your own eyes, and every tear you cried will be transformed into testimony. Chosen one. Have you ever noticed how different you are? The way you think, the way you feel, the way you see the world. It has never fit the patterns of those around you. You tried to blend in, but heaven never allowed you to. There has always been something set apart about your spirit, a quiet knowing deep inside that you were not called to live an ordinary story. That uniqueness, which once made you feel like an outcast, is actually the greatest evidence of your destiny. You are marked for something extraordinary. The hand of God has been upon you since before you even had words to describe it. You were carried through dangers unseen, protected in moments you didn't recognize. Every detail of your life has been woven together like threads in a divine tapestry. What felt random was never random. It was heaven's design. Even the pain, even the brokenness, even the parts of your story you wish could be erased, have been folded into the plan of God to prepare you for the assignment that rests on your shoulders. You may not feel ready, but readiness was never the qualification. Willingness is. The mantle that rests on you was not placed there by human hands. It was set upon you by heaven itself. That mantle means you carry an authority that others cannot explain. When you speak, people listen in ways they do not even understand. When you walk into a place, the atmosphere shifts. This is because you are not just walking in your own strength, you are carrying the weight of destiny. It was proclaimed in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Chosen one, this mantle upon you is not a burden meant to crush you. It is power meant to release you. It is love meant to flow through you. It is clarity meant to silence confusion. That is why you have endured what you did, so that when the moment of release comes, you can carry the mantle with authority and grace. Understand this truth. Your uniqueness is not a weakness. It is your divine signature. The very things people misunderstood about you, the very qualities that made you feel isolated, are the same qualities that mark you as heaven's vessel. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You are right where you are supposed to be, standing at the edge of an unfolding assignment that will reveal the true weight of what you carry. Beloved, as you let these words settle into your spirit, I want to speak to you from a place of sincerity. If this message is reaching you, it means heaven trusted me to deliver something sacred to your heart. And if you sense the truth in it, I invite you, share it forward. There is someone else in your circle who is desperate to hear what you are hearing now. You could be the very bridge that brings them out of despair and into hope. Take a moment to like this message, not just as a gesture, but as an act of agreement with heaven's declaration over your life. And if you feel called, subscribe so that you remain connected, not to me, but to the flow of words heaven is pouring out in this season. This is not about building numbers. This is about building faith, keeping the flame alive, and reminding the chosen ones that they are not walking alone. You, chosen one, a mantle for destiny. Your mantle is real, and heaven has declared it is time to rise and carry it with boldness. Chosen one, pause and recognize the timing of this moment. You did not stumble here by accident. This is not coincidence. Every detail that has led you to these very words has been aligned by divine intervention. Heaven has orchestrated this exact encounter because what is about to unfold in your life cannot be missed. There are seasons where God speaks in whispers, but then there are moments like this when the entire realm of heaven bends history so that you do not miss what belongs to you. You have questioned why certain things seemed delayed, why prayers appeared unanswered, why the road felt longer than it should. The truth is, chosen one, you were not being denied, you were being aligned. Heaven has been preparing the stage for your miracle, and now it is here. The enemy tried to distract you, to weigh you down with doubt, because he knew that if you kept walking, you would collide with divine appointment. That appointment is unfolding now. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah. Chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Chosen one. The plans of God are never random. They are exact, intentional, and filled with love. You may not have understood every step, but every step was necessary to bring you here to the unveiling of heaven's intervention in your life. Think about the obstacles that tried to stop you, the doors that closed, the relationships that fell apart, the seasons of waiting that made no sense. All of them were hidden shields. They were not punishments, they were protections. If God had opened certain doors too early, you would have walked into rooms unprepared. If he had allowed certain people to stay, their presence would have poisoned the miracle he was preparing for you. Divine intervention means that even delays were working in your favor. Chosen one. This moment is proof. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. And you are not abandoned. Heaven has remembered you. Angels have been dispatched concerning your destiny. What you thought was silence was actually strategy. And now, heaven has shifted the atmosphere so that you do not miss what is yours. But there is something important for you to do. Right now, respond. When heaven speaks, it requires acknowledgement. You cannot treat this as ordinary. To mark this moment in faith, I invite you to comment the prophetic number 444 below. This is more than digits on a screen. It is a sign of alignment. 4 is the number of stability, of foundations, of God's order being established. By typing 444, you are declaring, I choose to step into divine order. I choose to align myself fully with the plan of heaven. I choose not to miss my miracle. When you release that declaration, it is not for me, it is for you. It is your act of faith, your prophetic agreement with the timing of God. You are showing heaven that you recognize this moment for what it is, divine intervention, not coincidence. Chosen one. The doors that once looked sealed are about to swing open. The path that seemed blocked is about to clear. The miracle that once felt distant is standing right in front of you. And heaven has made sure that you will not miss it. Chosen one. Have you noticed the weight you carry? It is not the kind of weight that bends your shoulders from the troubles of this world, but the kind that comes from the mantle of heaven itself. You have been entrusted with something that is far greater than what your eyes can see. It rests on your spirit, shaping the way you move, the way you speak, the way you perceive life. This mantle is not given to everyone. It is given only to those whom heaven has tested, refined, and trusted. Carrying the mantle means you walk with unseen authority. There are moments when you wonder why people look to you for strength, even when you feel weak yourself. There are moments when you cannot explain why others find comfort in your presence, or why your words bring clarity to those lost in confusion. It is not because of who you are in the natural, it is because of what you carry in the spirit. The mantle upon you radiates, and even those who do not understand spiritual things sense its weight. You may not always feel worthy of it. You may have asked God, why me? But worthiness was never the condition. Willingness is. God saw in you a heart that would keep pressing forward despite the storms. A heart that would still believe, even when surrounded by doubt. That heart is what qualifies you to carry a mantle that others could not. The voice of God thundered in the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 5. Now if you obey me fully and keep my covenant, then out of all nations you will be my treasured possession. Chosen one. The mantle you bear is a sign that heaven treasures you. It is the evidence that God has set you apart for purposes far beyond your imagination. You are not just surviving life, you are carrying an assignment that shifts atmospheres, that influences destinies, that speaks to eternity. Understand this. The mantle is not always easy to carry. It attracts warfare. It draws opposition. The enemy recognizes the authority you hold, and he tries to weary you under its weight. But the same God who placed it upon you also strengthens you to carry it. When you feel weakest, the mantle does not leave, it remains, reminding you that you are not standing in your own power, but in the strength of the one who called you. Every time you lift your voice in prayer, the mantle speaks louder than your words. Every time you encourage someone, the mantle flows through your compassion. Every time you choose obedience instead of compromise, The mantle grows heavier with glory. You may not see it with your physical eyes, but in the unseen realm, heaven recognizes your authority and hell trembles at your persistence. Carrying the mantle also means carrying responsibility. You are not just chosen for blessing, you are chosen for impact. Your life is a vessel meant to release something divine into the earth. That is why the path has been narrow, why the refining has been intense, and why you could never live like everyone else. Heaven has marked you, and with that mark comes the call to walk differently. Chosen one, do not despise the weight. It is not crushing you, it is shaping you. It is making you more like the one who placed it upon you. And as you continue forward, the mantle will not only rest on you, it will flow through you, touching lives in ways you may never even realize. Heaven trusted you with this crown of responsibility, and heaven will sustain you until the assignment is complete. Chosen one. Think back on the seasons where doors closed in your face. There were opportunities you longed for, relationships you invested in, paths you prayed would open, yet suddenly they shut without warning. At the time, it felt like reaction. It felt like failure. You questioned yourself, doubted your worth, and wondered if God had turned his back. But now, looking back, can you not see the hidden hand of protection woven through it all? Rejection was never abandonment, it was redirection. Every door that closed was heaven's way of steering you away from danger and toward destiny. Had you entered those rooms, you would have been surrounded by voices that were not meant to shape your future. Had those people stayed in your life, they would have drained you of strength, distracting you from your calling. Heaven saw what you could not see, and in mercy, God allowed the doors to lock before you stepped into something that would have delayed or destroyed your purpose. We are reminded through the writings of David in the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 23, "The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him." Chosen one. Even when you thought your steps were slipping, the Lord was guiding them. Even when rejection felt like loss, it was actually his firm hand redirecting you to safer ground. The steps you thought were missteps were actually divine choreography. You must understand this truth. Rejection is not the enemy of your destiny, it is a servant of it. Every no you received was preparing you for the yes that carries eternal weight. Every time you felt left out, you were being preserved for the moment when God himself would set the stage for your arrival. This is why you were not invited to every table, because you were being reserved for the one table where your presence will shift history. Chosen one. There were relationships you thought you needed, but God knew they would break you. There were jobs you thought were essential, but God knew they would confine you. There were dreams you held tightly, but God allowed them to fade so that he could replace them with visions far greater than your imagination. What felt like loss was actually exchange. What seemed like rejection was heaven trading your small plans for divine purpose. Do you see it now? If the door had not closed, you would not be standing in position for the miracle that is about to unfold. If those people had not walked away, you would not have the clarity you carry now. If rejection had not carved space in your heart, there would be no room for the fullness of God's promise to settle inside you. Rejection has been your silent teacher, reminding you that your trust belongs not in man, but in the one who orders your steps. There is freedom in this revelation. No longer must you carry bitterness toward those who left or frustration over doors that shut. Instead, you can stand with gratitude, knowing every closed path was heaven's shield over your destiny. You are not behind schedule. You have not missed your chance. You are exactly where you are meant to be, standing on ground, prepared by divine redirection. Chosen one, lift your head. The doors that closed were never meant to confine you. They were meant to guide you. And soon, you will see with your own eyes the reason why every rejection had to happen. It was never to break you. It was to position you for the miracle that cannot be stolen. Chosen one. Do you feel it? The stirring within your spirit is not imagination. It is prophetic fire beginning to rise. You have carried words inside of you that are not ordinary words. They are not merely ideas, not random thoughts, not empty phrases. What you carry is living, breathing fire from the throne of heaven. When you speak, it is not just your voice echoing, it is the voice of destiny releasing breakthrough into the atmosphere. The enemy knows this, which is why he has tried to silence you. He whispered lies of unworthiness. He told you your voice did not matter. He tried to convince you that staying quiet was safer. But chosen one, silence was never your calling. You are not meant to withhold what burns within you. Your words are not casual, they are weapons. And every time you release them, chains begin to break. According to what is revealed in the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 21, the tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. This means that your words carry the power to build or to destroy, to plant hope or to uproot despair. And heaven has placed a fire in your mouth that is meant to speak life, to proclaim truth, and to shift the course of lives around you. Think of the moments when you encouraged someone, even without realizing the depth of what you said. Perhaps it was just a sentence, a passing comment, a prayer whispered in faith. Yet that simple release of words lifted someone else out of despair. Why? Because your voice carries prophetic weight. The fire within you is not for you alone, it is for those who will encounter it. Chosen one, you must stop doubting your authority. The words you carry are not optional, they are necessary. Somewhere, someone is waiting for the sound of your voice to awaken their own destiny. When you speak with the fire heaven has entrusted to you, it does not return empty. It accomplishes what it was sent to do. This is why you have been refined in silence. The fire was growing. The weight of your words was being sharpened, and the timing of your release was being perfected. You are stepping into that season now, the season where your voice will no longer remain hidden, but will become a flame that ignites others. Chosen one, if this resonates in your spirit, I invite you to respond with boldness. Write in the comments, I will speak. By doing this, you are not just typing letters, you are prophesying over yourself. You are declaring, I will not stay silent. I will not let fear hold me back. I will release the fire inside me. And when you make that declaration, it marks a shift in the spirit realm. It signals to heaven that you are ready to step into your authority, and it signals to darkness that you refuse to be muted. Do not underestimate the power of this act. The fire you release through your words carries eternal weight. Your voice is not small, it is prophetic. It is a weapon of light. And now, chosen one, it is time to speak. Chosen one, whether you realize it or not, you are standing in the middle of a battlefield, not the kind fought with swords or guns, but one far greater, the battle between light and darkness, truth and lies, destiny and distraction. Every prayer you whispered, every time you lifted your voice in faith, you were not just speaking into the air, you were waging war in the unseen realms. There have been nights when you wondered why your spirit felt so heavy, why the attacks seemed relentless, why opposition rose up even when you were simply trying to do what was right. The reason is this: you are not fighting for something small, you are fighting for the unfolding of heaven's plan in your life. The darkness knows that if you ever step fully into your assignment, chains will break, lives will shift, and the kingdom of God will advance. This is why the warfare has been intense. But chosen one, you must know this: you have never fought alone. Every whispered prayer has released angels to battle on your behalf. Every tear shed in faith has become a weapon against the enemy's schemes. Your prayers are not powerless, they are the most dangerous weapon you carry. The Apostle reminds us in his letter to the Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world." Do you see it now? Your battle has never been with people. It has always been with forces that feared what you carry. That is why certain situations did not make sense, because they were not natural. They were spiritual. And yet, despite every attack, you are still standing. Despite the enemy's best attempts, your faith remains. You may feel weary at times, but heaven sees you as victorious. You have pushed back darkness without even realizing the full weight of your impact. Every time you chose prayer instead of panic, worship instead of worry, obedience instead of compromise, you were advancing the battle in favor of light. Chosen one, let this truth strengthen you. The warfare is not a sign that you are failing. It is proof that you are carrying something the enemy desperately wants to stop. The intensity of the battle is equal to the magnitude of your calling, and because God has marked you, no weapon formed against you can prevail. As you take this in, let me speak to you sincerely. If this word resonates with you, if you feel the weight of truth stirring your spirit, then let's not keep it hidden. Share this message forward so that others fighting silent battles will know they are not alone. There are countless chosen ones, like you, who need to be reminded that their struggle is not in vain. Take a moment to press like, not as a casual click, but as your declaration: I stand in agreement with heaven's truth. And if you have not yet, subscribe so that you remain connected not to another voice among many, but to the stream of words that heaven is releasing to keep your spirit strengthened in this very hour. This is about building a shield of encouragement around you, so that in the days when warfare feels heavy, you know you are not fighting alone. Chosen one, the battle is real, but victory is guaranteed. The unseen realms have already shifted in your favor, and soon, the breakthrough you have been fighting for will manifest in ways that leave no doubt. Heaven has been fighting for you all along. Chosen one, what once felt like endless delay is about to give way to acceleration. You have walked through seasons where every step forward seemed to take twice the strength it should. Progress felt slow. Answers felt withheld, and your spirit wondered if the timing of God had forgotten you. But hear this now: heaven has not forgotten. There is such a thing as divine acceleration, and it is beginning to unfold in your life. Think about the growth of a seed. For so long it remains hidden beneath the soil, unseen by anyone. The rain falls, the sun shines, yet nothing appears to change above the ground. But under the surface, Roots are being formed, strength is being built, and the foundation is being prepared. Then, suddenly, in one moment, the seed bursts forth into the light. What seemed like a delay was actually preparation for rapid growth. So it is with you. For years, God has been preparing you in silence. He has been stretching your roots deep into faith, fortifying your spirit, refining your motives, and strengthening your character. And now, the season of hiddenness gives way to visibility. Suddenly, doors will open that were locked for years. Suddenly, connections will form that you could never have orchestrated yourself. Suddenly, prayers you thought were long forgotten will break forth in answers, as was spoken in the sacred texts of old. In the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 13, "The days are coming, declares the Lord, when the reaper will be overtaken by the plowman and the planter by the one treading grapes." Chosen one, do you hear it? This is a picture of acceleration harvest coming so quickly that it overtakes the sowing, blessing flowing so rapidly that it seems to outrun the process. You may have been accustomed to slow progress, but heaven is shifting the pace. What once took years will now happen in months. What once seemed impossible will suddenly fall into place. It is not because of your striving, it is because of divine timing. When God declares acceleration, nothing can slow it down. Chosen one, remember this: acceleration does not mean skipping preparation. You are entering this season only because you endured the refining of the last one. The strength of your roots ensures that the rapid growth will not cause you to collapse. This is why God would not let you move too soon, because what is coming requires a foundation strong enough to sustain it. There will be moments in this next season where you will look around and wonder, how is this happening so fast? But the Spirit will remind you it is not by chance. It is the appointed time. The prayers you sowed in tears are about to be reaped in joy. And you will testify that the delay was never denial. It was divine design, making sure you were fully ready for what is about to unfold. Chosen one, take courage. Heaven has shifted the gears. The season of waiting is ending, and the season of sudden movement is here. Do not fear the acceleration. Embrace it. Flow with it. And remember, it is not the work of your hands alone, but the hand of God propelling you into what He has always promised. Chosen one, the time you have been waiting for has finally arrived. The long nights of wondering, the prayers that felt unanswered, the seasons of delay, all of it has been building to this appointed hour. You are no longer standing in the in-between. You are stepping into manifestation. What was once spoken over you in secret is about to be seen openly. The promises that seemed distant are now unfolding before your very eyes. It was proclaimed through the prophet Habakkuk. Chapter 2, verse 3. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Chosen one, this is the assurance of heaven. The waiting was never wasted. It was alignment. The vision tarried not because it was uncertain, but because heaven was ensuring the moment was perfect. And now, the appointed time has come. Every tear you shed has watered this moment. Every act of obedience, even the small ones no one else saw, has paved the way for this release. You thought you were waiting for the promise, but the truth is, the promise was waiting for you to be ready, refined, and strengthened for the weight of glory. about to be revealed. Think back to the prayers you prayed years ago, the ones you almost forgot. God did not forget. He was storing them, weaving them into the tapestry of His perfect timing. That is why doors seemed locked for so long, because they were not meant to open until this exact season. Now, suddenly, what was once blocked will burst open, and you will step into places you thought were beyond your reach. Chosen one. The appointed time also means appointed evidence. What was only internal faith, conviction, unseen endurance will now take external form. Provision will manifest. Opportunities will unfold. Healing will appear. Relationships ordained by heaven will find their way to you. This is not the season of almost, not the season of delay. It is the season of fulfillment. But here is what heaven asks of you in this moment. Respond with faith. Do not let this pass as just another message. Mark this hour. Seal it with a prophetic act, and declare that you recognize your appointed time has come. Right now, type the prophetic number 888 inch the comments. 8 is the number of new beginnings, and 888 is the fullness of divine cycles, closing and opening anew. By writing it, you are saying, I step into my appointed time. I receive the fulfillment heaven has aligned for me. I declare, a new chapter begins now. And this act is not about digits on a screen. It is about agreement. It is about aligning your heart with the timing of God and showing heaven that you believe what He has declared. In doing so, you shift from waiting into walking, from hoping into holding, from promise into possession. Chosen one, your appointed time is here. The delay has ended. The vision is unfolding, and heaven has made sure that you will not miss it. Stand tall, lift your head, and receive what has been waiting for you all along. Chosen one, now that the appointed time has broken open, you are called to step forward in a way you have never done before. This is the moment to walk in divine boldness. For too long, fear has tried to whisper in your ear, convincing you that you are not enough, that you are unworthy, that someone else is better suited for the task. But those lies must fall silent now. You are not stepping forward in your own confidence. You are stepping forward clothed in heaven's authority. Divine boldness is not arrogance. It is not pride. It is the quiet but unshakable assurance that when you move, God moves with you. It is the recognition that your feet are ordered, your words are fueled by the Spirit, and your hands are guided by heaven. This boldness does not come from who you are in the natural, it flows from who you are in the supernatural. Scripture says in the Gospel of John, chapter 14, verse 27, Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. Chosen one, do you see? Heaven's boldness is always wrapped in peace. Fear has no authority where God's peace reigns. You do not need to hesitate. You do not need to shrink back, because your confidence is anchored in the one who sends you. Think about the moments when fear tried to paralyze you. Opportunities passed by because you second-guessed yourself. Words went unspoken because you worried about how others would respond. Steps remained untaken because you waited for perfect conditions. But the truth is this: boldness is not the absence of fear, it is moving forward despite it. And when you take that first trembling step, heaven meets you with strength greater than your own. Divine boldness also means refusing to compromise. You cannot dilute your light just to make others comfortable. You cannot water down your conviction to fit into places where you were never meant to blend. Walking in boldness means standing in truth, even if it costs you approval. It means carrying yourself with the quiet confidence that the God who called you will sustain you, even when the world misunderstands you. Chosen one. Remember how many times you thought you were too small for the assignment, and yet you overcame what should have destroyed you. You endured storms others could not have survived. That is not weakness. It is evidence that you are stronger than you think. Boldness is simply stepping into the reality that has always been true. God is with you, and therefore, nothing can stand against you. You must also realize that your boldness is not for you alone. When you rise, others will rise. When you speak, others will find their voice. When you walk with courage, you create a path for others to follow. Your obedience will become the seed of someone else's breakthrough. Your boldness will ripple outward, shaking chains you never even knew existed in the lives of those watching you. So, chosen one, let fear fall away. Let hesitation crumble. Lift your head, square your shoulders, and step forward in peace and confidence. You do not walk alone. You walk with the backing of heaven. And as you move, doors will open, miracles will unfold, and the world will see what heaven has always known. You were chosen for this exact moment, and nothing will hold you back now. Chosen one. Your journey has not been without pain. You have known the sting of disappointment, the burn of betrayal, the heaviness of loss. There were seasons where it felt like life left you in ashes, where everything you built seemed to crumble. Yet here, you are not destroyed, but alive, not broken beyond repair, but stronger than before. What you carry now is more than survival. It is transformation. From ashes, you are rising into a crown. The fire you endured did not consume you, it refined you. Every scar upon your heart has become a testimony of God's sustaining power. Every wound that once bled now carries wisdom and authority. What was meant to break you has become the very thing that equips you to lift others. This is the divine exchange of heaven. Pain becomes purpose. Loss becomes legacy. Ashes become crowns. It is written in the book of Isaiah, chapter 61, verse 3, to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. Chosen one. These words are not distant poetry, they are alive in you. You are the fulfillment of this promise. You carry beauty where there was once only brokenness, joy where there was once grief, and strength where there was once despair. Think back to the moments when you thought it was over, those nights when you believed you would never heal, never smile, never hope again. And yet, day by day, strength quietly returned. Hope flickered again in your heart. The Spirit whispered life into your weary soul until you realized you were standing, even when you thought you could not rise. That is the miracle of ashes turned to crowns. Your scars do not disqualify you. They qualify you. They are proof that you have walked through the fire and emerged with glory that cannot be manufactured. People may see only the surface, but heaven sees the depth of authority you carry because of what you overcame. When you speak, there is weight in your words, because you are not offering theories, you are offering testimony born out of pain and resurrection. Chosen one. Wear your crown with boldness. Do not hide your scars. They are not shame, they are signs of victory. They are the jewels that line your crown. Reminders that you faced hell and kept walking. Reminders that darkness tried but failed to consume you. This is why your voice carries power. Why your presence brings comfort, because your crown was forged in the fire of suffering. And no one can take from you what God Himself has placed upon your head. Now, as you rise from ashes to crown, your life becomes a beacon. Others will look at you and see hope that their own ashes can be transformed. They will see in you living proof that brokenness is not the end. Heaven is using your story not just for you, but for all those who need to know that beauty can come from pain. So, chosen one, lift your head high. Do not dwell on what was lost. Fix your eyes on the crown that rests upon you now. You are no longer clothed in mourning, you are robed in praise. You are no longer defined by ashes, you are crowned with beauty. And every step you take from here is a declaration. Nothing is wasted, and every scar shines with glory. Chosen one, you must understand something essential now. You are unshakable. Darkness has thrown its worst at you, storms, rejection, lies, isolation, and fear, yet none of it has destroyed you. You have walked through valleys where others did not survive, and you have emerged stronger. That is not by accident. That is because you are marked. Heaven's seal rests on you, and no force in hell can overturn what God has established. The reason battles have been so fierce is that you are not ordinary. You carry an assignment that terrifies the enemy. He has tried again and again to silence you, to break you, to convince you that you are powerless, but you are still here, and your very survival is the loudest declaration of victory. Chosen one, you are living proof that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Chosen one, the fire you walked through was not wasted. It has become the evidence that your spirit cannot be shaken. Every trial only pressed you deeper into God's hands. What the enemy meant for destruction has only carved resilience into your soul, making you a living testimony of endurance. Even now, heaven points to you as proof of divine preservation. Your scars shine like medals. Your endurance sings like prophecy, and your breath itself declares victory. You are not merely surviving, you are blazing. Chosen one, your very existence is an announcement that the light of God cannot be extinguished. It is written in the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 17, "No weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you. This is the heritage of the Lord's servants." Do you see it? Your unshakable nature is your inheritance. It is not something you have to earn. It has already been spoken over you. Every battle has only revealed what was already true. You cannot be broken. Even when you felt weak, heaven was reinforcing you. Even when you thought you failed, God was positioning you. Your unshakable spirit is not because of your own strength, but because of the one who holds you. You were chosen for this. And chosen ones do not crumble, they rise. Chosen one, let this message not just pass through your ears, but settle deep into your spirit. If you feel this truth resonate, then respond in faith. Press like as a way of saying, "I agree with heaven's word over my life." Share this message forward, because there are others, silent warriors, hidden chosen ones who need to be reminded that they, too, are unshakable. You could be the reason someone lifts their head today. Take a moment also to comment below. Your words may seem small, but they carry the sound of agreement. And when you speak, it strengthens others walking the same road. And if you haven't yet, subscribe. Stay connected to this flow of anointed messages, not for the sake of numbers, but because every reminder of your calling is fuel for your journey. You do not have to walk alone. There is a community of chosen ones rising together. Remember this, the darkness has tried, but it has failed. What was designed to destroy you has become the very proof of your resilience. You are a vessel carrying light, and no storm can extinguish what heaven himself has ignited. Stand firm, chosen one, because your unshakable spirit is about to usher you into the greatest season of your life. Chosen one, for so long you have prayed, waited, and believed for something that felt out of reach. You have carried visions in your heart that others could not see, and you wondered if they were only dreams. Yet now, what you once longed for in hope is about to rest in your hands as reality. The miracle you thought was distant is no longer approaching, it is here. Do you remember the prayers whispered in the dark? The petitions offered with tears when you could hardly form words? Heaven recorded them all. None were forgotten. None were ignored. They were planted like seeds in the soil of eternity. And now those seeds are breaking the ground. Your miracle has been growing, even in silence. And now the fullness of time has brought it into manifestation. The ancient words recorded in the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 26. Lift up your eyes and look to the heavens. Who created all these? He who brings out the starry host, calls them each by name, chosen one. Just as not a single star is overlooked in the heavens, neither have you been overlooked. Your miracle was written into the plan of God before you even asked. What you are about to see will not be something small or hidden. It will be undeniable. People around you will witness it and know that only heaven could have done it. The obstacles that once towered like giants will crumble. The impossibilities that mocked your faith will bow in silence. And you will hold in your hands the very thing you thought was impossible. Chosen one. This is more than blessing, it is vindication. It is heaven's way of declaring, I have always been faithful. Your miracle is not random, it is the fulfillment of every moment you chose to believe when believing was hard. It is the evidence that your waiting was not wasted and your faith was not in vain. Understand this. Your miracle is not just for you. It is also for those who doubted, for those who watched your journey, for those who whispered that you would never make it. Your testimony will be a light for them, showing that God's promises are true and His timing is perfect. What you are about to carry will inspire others to believe again. You must also prepare your heart, because miracles carry weight. They are not just gifts, they are assignments. The blessing placed in your hands is meant to flow through you, just as you prayed for years to receive. Now, you will be positioned to release encouragement, provision, wisdom, and hope to others still waiting for their own miracle. Chosen one, take a deep breath and recognize the shift. The waiting season has closed. The veil has lifted. What was once beyond your grasp is now within it. You will not miss this moment, because heaven itself has ensured that what belongs to you is delivered into your hands. Walk forward with expectation, because you are about to see with your eyes what your heart has carried all along. Chosen one, the journey has brought you here to the crown prepared before the foundation of the world. This is the place where promises converge, where scars shine like jewels, and where your identity is no longer hidden but radiant. You are crowned with eternal glory, not as a fleeting honor, but as the eternal mark of one chosen, refined, and trusted. The crown is not simply gold resting on your head. It is the evidence of every battle endured, every tear transformed, every victory won. It is the radiance of your perseverance, the glow of your obedience, and the weight of your faithfulness. This crown is more than recognition, it is reward. It is heaven's seal declaring, "You overcame, you endured, you remained." Leu. It is written in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 4, verse 8, "Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing, chosen one." This is your inheritance. The crown of righteousness is yours because you remained steadfast in the waiting, faithful in the storm, and surrendered in the fire. Glory now rests upon you. But understand, this glory does not fade. Earthly crowns tarnish. Human applause fades. But the crown placed upon you by heaven is eternal. It is not merely for recognition here, but for everlasting declaration there. Angels see it. Darkness fears it. Heaven celebrates it. You are marked as one who endured and one who cannot be shaken. The crown also speaks of authority. You are not entering this season timid or uncertain. You rise with dominion. The same power that sustained you through the valley now flows through you on the mountain. You carry authority not to lord over others, but to serve, to heal, to release what heaven has deposited into your life. Your crown is not a trophy to be admired, it is a mantle to be carried. Chosen one. Remember that this glory does not erase your scars. Rather, it transforms them. Your scars become shining stones in your crown, reminders of where you walked, and proof of what you overcame. Others will see the brilliance, but only you and heaven know the price that was paid for it. That is why the crown fits only you, because only you walked the path that led here. From this place, your future opens wide. The days ahead are not marked by fear but by fullness. The journey has shifted from surviving into reigning, from wandering into purpose. You will move forward as a torchbearer, igniting light in places still shrouded in shadow. The glory on your life will ripple outward, touching those who thought hope had died, reminding them that their own crowns are waiting. Chosen one. Stand tall beneath the weight of glory. Do not shrink back. Do not hide what heaven has placed on you. You are crowned with eternal promise, with unstoppable destiny, with unshakable identity. What God has placed upon your life, no one can remove. This is the hour for you to rise, crowned and radiant, carrying the eternal evidence of heaven's faithfulness. You are not just a survivor, you are a ruler. You are not just chosen, you are crowned. And your crown is the everlasting declaration that your miracle has come. Your destiny is sealed, and your story shines forever with the glory of God. Chosen one. As this journey draws to a close, pause and let the weight of every word settle into your spirit. You have walked through valleys of struggle. You have faced battles unseen, and you have endured storms that should have broken you. Yet here you are still standing, crowned with promise, and marked by heaven. This is not the end of your story. This is the unveiling of your destiny. The miracle you longed for has not only come near, it is resting in your life. Every closed door, every hidden tear, every moment of waiting was part of the divine design to bring you here. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are chosen, refined, and positioned for such a time as this. The Word of God declares in the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 8, Z, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. Beloved, heaven has opened a door that no force of darkness can close, and your future is radiant with glory. Now I speak to you with sincerity. If these words have stirred your heart, if you recognize yourself in this message, then let your response echo beyond this moment. Press like as a way of saying, I agree with what heaven has spoken over me. Share this with someone you know needs to be reminded of who they are in God's plan. You could be the spark that awakens another chosen one. Comment below to declare your agreement with heaven, and subscribe so you never miss the flow of prophetic truth meant to strengthen your journey. Chosen one. Rise boldly. Walk faithfully. Live fully. Your crown is upon you, and your miracle has come.